I'm Gary Henley, daily Astorian sports writer. We're here talking with Jim Dickson, the assistant baseball coach for Warrenton High School. We're going to be talking a little old Seaside baseball and some current day stuff, so any your old professional days. So, Coach, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Gary.
How long have you been doing this, coaching?
30 years. Playing and coaching, probably.
You must really enjoy...
I've lost track of the years.
You must really enjoy working with the kids then.
Oh, yeah. It's enjoyable.
How do you like working with this current Warrenton group?
They're a fine bunch of boys. I have a lot of fun with them. They have a lot of fun with me, so at least I hope they are. And we just completed our JV season, and now I'm helping Lenny with the varsity the rest of the way.
Where does a guy like Reese Johnson compare with some of the pitchers you've worked with in the past?
Reese is fine. He's added velocity this year and has done a real fine job. He compares favorably with our past pitchers here.
Now, you've been in this area all your life, right? You grew up in Seaside?
Well, I grew up in Seaside. I've been in Astoria since 1975, living there.
Mm-hmm. And you went to Seaside High School. What year did you graduate?
1956.
56, okay.
That's enough.
You guys went to the state championship that year, didn't you?
We were runner-up that year, and the next year Seaside won it. That was 56 was my senior year, and then
you lost to Vail that year.
We lost in 12 innings, 5-3.
Bailey Brim was the coach.
Bailey was our coach there. He left after the second year of 1957 and went to Albany.
Is he still around, or
no? Bailey passed away a couple of years ago.
Now, talk about some of your teammates back then. You had Gary Holmes. I know he went on to play in Cleveland organization. And
Gary is still in the area. He retired from the state police and also security at Cavingham and lives in Jewell. And some of the one of the ball players right here, Hugh Springer, was one of our additions to a summer team that we went to California, Connie Mack, and he just moved to Gerhardt. University of Oregon, Cleveland High School. Dick Walsburn was on our ball club. Dick has since passed away. Steve Lawson, a catcher. Steve's passed on also. Quite a few, really. So, but there are still some around.
Lee Wilson,
Lee was quite a bit. Lee was a young boy at that time. But Lee pitched at Seaside. I don't remember what year. He went into the Philly organization for 2 years, I believe, and then got out of it. I think his arm went bad on him or something. And anyway, he's logging. He lives down Tillamook now.
How about Jim All? Did he come around after you guys?
Jim was after us, yes. Jim was about 5-6 years behind us in school.
So it was after high school you played for the Connie Mack team that won the
Yes,
right?
we combined the teams, Warrenton, Astoria, and Seaside for the summer season, and then when we won that, we picked up Hugh, Eric Blitz, and Joe Gatto, catcher, and then we went down and played in San Bernardino and won that tournament.
How fun was that?
Oh, that was exciting. That was for many of us. That was our first plane ride, and that was fun going down that runway, go faster, But everything worked out fine.
Now, from there, you were you drafted by the Pirates? Is that right?
No, I went to University of Oregon my freshman year, and then I stayed out of school the fall and enrolled in Clark College in Vancouver, and then I ended up signing the middle of May with Pittsburgh. At that time, there was not a draft, but they sent me to Douglas, Arizona, in Arizona's Class C Mexican League, Arizona-Mexico League. And I pitched the year down there, and then that was my first professional year.
I kind of went back through some history. You played for the Houston Colt 45s after that, 1961?
I was drafted by them in that expansion draft. And I went up with Houston in 1963 during the mid-season, and then I was not doing that well, so they sent me back down, and I went back up at the end of the year again. And then I went to the Winter Instructional League, and I was playing baseball pretty much 10 months a year, winter ball and instructional leagues and things.
Okay. When did you go to Kansas City, the athletics?
I was drafted in that was 1965. I was drafted and spent the next 2 years with Kansas City. I was down in winter ball in the draft. I had a good season down there in Puerto Rico, and came back and found out I was now property of Kansas City. So, suitcase life, certainly.
Now you went down. The list of your teammates is pretty impressive. Joe Morgan and Jim Wynn with Houston. You play with those guys?
Yes, Jim Wynn came up when we were in New York. He had 2 home runs in the Polo Grounds, and a lot of those ballparks that's all history now, but certainly remember them. Toy Cannon, he had a lot of pop.
Yeah, Joe Morgan too, right?
Yes.
Then Cincinnati, Frank Robinson, Pete Rose, Tony Perez. Those teammates of yours?
Yeah. For a short while, Tony Perez and I ended up playing the whole season. I got shipped out of Cincinnati after a month and went to San Diego. And Tony played that year with him, and then also in winter ball. So.
You played for the Reds after the Colt 45s?
I went over there. I was traded over there, and I broke camp with them. Was there a month, and then they sent me to AAA, and I finished the year in San Diego.
Then with Kansas City, some of the original, Bert Campaneris, Catfish Hunter, Blue Moon Odo, those names.
They were all young ball players then, and that turned into quite a kind of a little short dynasty there. That was a good bunch of players.
The Oakland days,
Rick Mundy was there, Joe Rudy, Catfish. I remember Catfish. They asked Catfish if he wanted to pitch against Minnesota, and if my memory is right, he threw a 4-hit shutout, 18 years old. It looked like he was painting the black with the sliders and fastballs. It was all history after that.
Yeah. So the future Oakland A's, they won some World Series rings there.
Oh, yeah.
Then I wanted to ask you about Satchel Paige. Did he play 1 year with Kansas City? Played one game?
Yeah, in 1965, the owner, Charles Finley, brought him there as kind of a publicity stunt. And they had an easy chair for him in the bullpen, and really a nice old man. And he pitched 3 innings against the Red Sox, and Yastrzemski got a left center field double off him. I was only hitting 3 innings.
Really?
But it was he would throw in the bullpen. I jumped up one time and said, "I'll catch you." And, I just wanted to say, and he just sit there. He put a gum wrapper down, like I've read in the story. He'd throw it right over that. You just sit there and the ball comes straight. There wasn't any problem catching him. But it's really interesting to see, to see him throw. Of course, I don't know what his age was at that point.
I don't think anybody knew. I think somebody said he was 59, but there's some question there.
But in his prime, he could throw with the best of any of them.
Mm-hmm. Did he serve as kind of a coach too, or?
Oh, he was there. It was a PR thing, and he basically sat down there in that chair, and he'd get up and throw once in a while, and we'd all sit there and watch him and listen to his stories.
And what were some of those stories? Was he kind of a character?
Oh, God, I remember one he was talking about. I can't remember it verbatim, but he had a bit part in a movie, and he was talking about riding a horse and trying to hold on the horse. It was some Western, but it was funny. I mean, just to hear him talk. He was a guy. He was a real thin, not heavy, long fingers, big feet.
Tall.
Just
yeah,
kind of solemn guy, yeah. But it's quite an experience. But
and what were some of your favorite moments from the major leagues?
Oh, I don't know. Things that stand out in my mind coming up to the big leagues, and the team that originally signed me was Pittsburgh, and I was recalled in the first game I was ever in. They brought me in a relief, and Clemente was a batter. And they had base load. How do I pitch? How do I pitch this guy? And he said, "Keep it down the way." Well, I did, and he hit in a double play, and I thought, well, this isn't too bad. But I found out otherwise later on, that you fool around and don't get the ball where you want it. You go back to the minors.
Oh, well, especially against Roberto Clemente, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great great ball player. But that was kind of funny because they had signed me, and some of the guys that I was pitching against had been some of my teammates earlier on. So, yeah, it was interesting. But, a lot of moments. I can't think of any particular one other than that first one. And actually, I can remember my last one. They recalled me one year, and the last out in the big leagues is Strimsky hit a double off behind end. The shortstop threw him out, and the rain came. And that was the last time I saw the big leagues.
In Boston, or?
Yeah, it was in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, third inning. It was a day similar today, like today.
Now, some of the more recent news. You were talking about the Major League Pension Plan.
Oh, that just came up. The ball players like myself, right now there's like 874 still living that had less than 4 years, and they finally passed. They said they were going to award myself and the other group a pension, but as of yet, we don't know how much it's going to be. They said like $10,000 if you got 4 years, and depending on quarters. Well, I don't know how they figure a quarter, but it'd be nice. There's a lot of people. I have a teammate that's pretty sick, and there's just a lot of them that need the extra money. And hopefully they will have a medical plan thrown in with that, because they have excellent medical. The Major League Baseball has the best pension of any of the major sports, so it certainly would be nice.
What would the terms of service be? I mean, you played 4 years?
Well, I played parts of 4 years. I had a total a little over 2 years, so whatever it may be, I don't know. But right now, I looked on the internet, and if you got age 62, if you got 43 days of service in the big leagues, they award you $1,000, and 1 day of active as a player, your lifetime medical. So that's quite a thing. I don't know what 2 years will give me.
Kind of wish you were born 30 years later.
Kind of. Yeah. It would be something. I just ball players now really have it set up nice. So.
Or a guy like Brian Bruni, for instance.
Oh, Brian, yeah, he's done real well with baseball, and more power to him. Get it while he can, because age stops for no one.
Did you get to work with him at all when you were here?
Oh, I was coaching here when he was a freshman, and then I started going to Italy, and so I missed out the rest of his high school career. But you could see he was a big, strong kid and threw the ball hard, and he was going to go into baseball. So
that really is a suitcase life for him. He's moved around quite a bit, and
you move. Yeah, I remember when I was at Cincinnati. At the time I was married, we got an apartment, and after 3 weeks and 2 days later, I was in the car going to San Diego. So it's very fluid. But
you make money, and like you said, you get out when you can, and
yeah, and I don't have any regrets over it. I would have liked to have made more money at it, but I didn't, and between winter ball and summer ball, I was fine. So.
Well, you played during baseball's golden age, pretty much, didn't you?
Yeah.
No steroids, nothing.
No, you had to like it. A lot of people, they dropped out and went on to better things. But I had a chance years ago to go to Italy, and God, I really missed it. And I spent 10 seasons over there, so I enjoyed it. It was baseball. It's a little different over there than here, but it's still baseball.
Okay, Coach. Well, thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you, Gary.
And we have Astoria coach Dave Gasser coming along, too.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
This is Gary Henley, Daily Asturian Sports Writer, and you've been listening to After Deadline.